こんばんは。ForexTV ニューヨークのレミです。10月13日月曜日の為替レポートニューヨークレビューをお伝えします。13日のアメリカ株式市場は急伸しました。ダウ工業株30種平均は前週末比936ドル42セント高の9387ドル61セントで終えた。ナスダック総合株価指数は前週末比194.74 ポイント高の1844.25 で終えた。週末の7カ国 G7 財務省中央銀行総裁会議や各国政府が打ち出した金融安定化策を交換した海外優勢となりました。株式市場は取引終了に上げ幅を拡大しました。またニューヨーク外国為替市場の円相場は反落しました。ドル円は102円1銭で取引を終えた。週末の金融危機対策の進展を受けてドルが買い戻されました。アメリカ株式相場が急伸してリスク回避姿勢が和らぎ円売りが加速しました。またユーロとポンドは対ドルで反発しました。それではデイリー FX の通貨ストラテジストジェイミー・セトリーさんとのインタビューをご覧ください。
Over the weekend, we had efforts by the global central banks and governments to stabilize the markets, and in today's session, the dollar is lower against both the euro and pound. Now, we saw coordinated moves by the eurozone leaders as well, and global equity markets also rallied, and we're also seeing U.S. stocks higher today. But before we talk about the majors, have we reached a bottom in the equity markets, and do you think gains that we're seeing today will be short-lived?
I do think they'll be short-lived. We have not reached a bottom, in my opinion. We had a short-term, somewhat of a capitulation traders on Friday with the massive volatility, even more so than had been the case in the previous couple of weeks. Those big, huge moves down and up tend to signal turning points. It's short-term, though. We're probably not seeing a bottom in the Dow, I would think, until close to 4,000, believe it or not. Markets like to test extremes, and right now I don't think we're in an extreme. We haven't corrected enough of the literally linear bull market we had since 1982. So you see that coming down a little more in the S&P, probably 600 or so.
Okay, Jamie. Well, I guess another thing we should keep in mind that a lot of markets around the world are on holiday today. Japanese and Canadian markets are closed, and Treasury markets here in the U.S. are also closed. But let's take a closer look at the FX market, starting with euro-dollar. If we bring up a 30-minute chart of euro-dollar ahead of today's opening bell here in the U.S. at 9:30 a.m., the euro did see session highs at 1.3682, but the pair did begin to pull back as we got further into the New York session and did dip below 1.35. Now the euro is off those lows, but are we seeing a trend reversal, and what is your strategy in the short term?
Yeah, sure. First, take a look at the bigger picture before we can focus on the short term. Big picture, we completed a massive five-wave rally from the 2000 lows in the euro dollar, and we have yet to even retrace a third of that rally. So we're probably about the halfway point of the decline from 160, I would think. Ultimately, I'm looking for, the 115 to 116 area, a test of the 2005 low. But if you check out shorter term charts, we probably are at a decent, buying opportunity right now, coming off of 132.57. The euro, like you said, has been kind of choppy, moving upward. There's a downtrend line, potential downtrend line, that intersects with Fibonacci retracements in the 140 to 142 area, and that would happen, those would intersect at the end of October, specifically October 30th, I believe, and November 11th. So, yeah, for the rest of the month, I would be a buyer of euros.
以上、dailyfx.com のジェイミー・セトリーさんとのインタビューでした。ForexTV ニューヨークのルミがお伝えしました。最新の為替情報については ForexTV ジャパンをご覧ください。